guys! So today I'm going to be doing the Taurus makeup tutorial. I do have a little bit of a sore throat, so I'm not going to be talking too much. So for Taurus, you will need to be born between April 20th and May 20th. So if you're born anywhere between there, you're a Taurus. So the colors I have to use are black, bubblegum pink, and forest green, which are not very good combination colors. But when I looked back on the site, it did say that white could be used also, so I am going to add a little bit of white, just a tiny bit, because eye look is a little bit more on the creative side. I am going to start off with my face, just because that's how it is. Yeah. So, to get started, I don't think I've used this on my channel. I think I've mentioned it. This is the Milani Prep and Brighten Rose Face Oil. So, if you have dry skin, this really helps. I do have a heat pack on my back, because I did hurt my back at my other job. So, if you see me kind of do the wiggle, so I'm trying to heat up my back. And it has one of these. The oil has one of these things. And boop. I'm gonna put this on my face. Like those little Instagrammers that always do that. I don't see what the point of it is, but I want to experiment with something. Also, I do like this lighting, and yes, my circles are that dark. I just got off of work. Or I just got home from work, I should say. And so, I am a little groggy. But I have too much stuff to get done today. And I have just about 2 hours to do it. So, my family is home, so they're making noise. It's family. Okay. So, I'm gonna close that. Next, for primer, I'm gonna be using the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Longwear Primer. I am still trying this out a little bit. I have a good gist of what it's like, but it's so nice on my skin. Because I'm noticing now I have drier skin than what I used to have. Like, I used to be, like, oily. Like, I used to be absolutely oily. And now I'm turning more dry. But this seems to be lasting pretty well, and that's a lot of primer for the price that I got it at. Put that back. For my sponge, I am going to be using my Real Technique sponge, because this next foundation, or for foundation, I'm using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. For some reason, it doesn't wear well on me, and I really want it to work. So I've heard that it's basically for people who have oily skin, so that's why I added the oil to kind of like mimic the oil. And then with my Hard Candy primer, that has like an oily kind of base to it. So I really want this to work. Really want this to work. And then I have my Real Techniques sponge because I know how this works. And I really want to give this a fair shot. So, I'm just going to put this on the back of my hand. What? I am putting quite a lot because I know the sponge soaks up a lot, and I just cleaned it. I swear this is clean. I didn't get all of the residue off, but it is clean. this on the sponge. And then whoop. And then, whoop. Just cake it on. In case you couldn't tell, I'm caking it on. In the camera, I look so weird. In person, it does not look this white. It's just I have the flash on. So it's throwing it off. Yeah. It looks so weird. I don't really look this white, I swear. Look, I'll even... Well, that didn't help. That helped a little. But this does oxidize on me, so... But I do need to slide back on. Can you hear that? Like, pounding my face. By the way, that was like 6 pumps. Or maybe it was 5. It's a little bit more than 4, because I had a little bit of trouble with the pump. So for this look, I am doing something a little bit more creative. So if you're not into that, I'll let you know when it kind of cuts off and you can do whatever you... I mean, like, honestly, with any of these tutorials, you can do whatever you want if you want to challenge yourself. I'm just saying, like, that's what I'm doing because I've seen videos out now that people have done the zodiac sign. And they kind of just do their own thing. It just depends. Everybody's different. Everybody has different interpretations. So if you don't want to use these colors and you want to do something different, fine. It's up to you. But I think that my theory was correct with this foundation. I don't know if you can tell. Okay, there's my zits and stuff. And you don't really see this redness in person. For some reason you see it on camera. Well, it doesn't matter. Concealer's gonna cover that up. But I think that my theory of like adding the oil first, I think that really helped. I don't know why that's coming off so weird on camera. That's gonna bug me because I don't really look this bad. That's my stomach if you heard my stomach growl. I just ate. That is so weird. I'm gonna add more. I'm gonna add about 2 pumps more. And fill in this part of my face and just to see. Okay, I can't figure out why that's coming up like that. but in person, I'm kind of proud to say that it worked. It looks like skin. It's not scaly or anything. Like, it actually looks legit pretty good. This, I don't know what's going on with my face and why it's showing up like that. But it doesn't really look that bad. And I don't really look this white. Okay, it's oxidizing. So, it's not this bad. I swear. I swear. It's not this bad. What I might do, actually, that's actually a pretty good idea. I might mix it with a darker foundation that I have. That's too dark for me. That's actually not a bad idea. I might do that. Okay. So, onto concealer. I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape in Porcelain Beige, which I didn't realize it's the lightest shade. I'm not that smart, I guess. Couldn't figure that out on my own. But I'm just going to keep it at small triangles, because for this look, when I did look at the description and whatever, because for each zodiac sign it kind of has like what that personality is like. So when I looked, it's kind of like very bubbly. I think the terminology was bubbly personality, and that pink was like one of the colors. I hate the color pink, if you know me. And it was like, I don't know, black, pink, and forest green. Like, who picks those colors? Like, what? Anyway, I'm using my Morphe sponge and blending this out. Blending this out is like a workout. I don't need a workout. I already had one at my other job with my physical labor. Oh, man. Okay, let me see this up close. I know this looks really bad right now, but oh, for real. Okay. Hopefully that wasn't gonna fall. I'll just have to set it differently. There went my heat pack. Man, come on now. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. Forgive me for that. Okay. For my next concealer, it's the Infallible Full Wear in shade 320 Porcelain. I have to kind of fix myself a little bit. Add this under here. Should be enough. And I'm just gonna blend it with that same sponge. I am priming my eyelids for this look because for the look I am going to be doing, it is going to be a little crazy. Okay. Now, taking a break from that, I'm not setting my face just yet. I'm going to take this Makeup Revolution London Cream Blush Palette. I don't even think they have this. Blush Palette Melt. This is amazing. It is pretty good. I'm not gonna front. And I'm gonna take this bright pink down here, like this bubblegum pink. And I am going to put that on the sponge and blend it on my face. God, you want to talk about pink? Ugh. Ugliest pink I've ever seen in my life. Ugh! Gross. So I'm taking the other end, which I did wet ahead of time. I only wetted. Don't know the proper terminology, but I already wet this side. And this side is dry. And so, right now, I'm just blending that in because it is a cream. We don't need that anymore. There we go. You only need like the tiniest bit. I'm going back in with my foundation sponge and going over that. Then I'm going underneath my eyes to get these creases out. Wow. Okay. So for under my eyes, I am going to use my Fenty Beauty Lavender. I'm taking out the creases and also on my lid, and I'm gonna powder, so I'm just very lightly. I don't mind if it gets over the blush. It's okay. It'll be fine. Going to do this side now. I'm setting under my eyes and kind of like a bake. I do have a paper towel next to me. You know, because I knew I was going to be using green. So, I'm going to put this on the sharp edges and put in the crease of my nose to keep that from creasing. My usual routine, put this around my mouth. Kind of pack that in to my smile lines because I do have really bad smile lines, especially with some foundations. Okay. This powder is ultra fine, so it will go everywhere if you're not careful. So these 3 sponges can go back into their little holder. Oops. Ah! No! Where'd that other one go? Oh, man. Where did it go? Oh, well. It's okay. I can't bend over too much. But in any case, next I'm taking the Maybelline Shine Free Loose Powder in the shade Light. I'm not a big fan of the powder puff. I thought I was for a while, but I'll just take the extra and just pat it on. It's not a big deal for me. Ooh, that's a lot of powder. Okay, I wasn't expecting to use that much powder, but oh well. I am using this slightly dampened, and I'm going to put this all over my face. And this may even darken it a little, even though it doesn't need it. It really doesn't in real life. It actually legit looks like my exact shade. Just gonna use this. Get rid of all those creases. And then lightly set with the powder. It doesn't matter what powder I use because the look I'm doing, it's just not gonna affect it so much. I'm going over that cream blush. I'm gonna kind of rub it, kind of blend. To kind of dig it out the lid. Okay. Now that we can put that down, I lost my foundation sponge. I have, oh, there it is. Found it. It's right next to me the whole time. My life. Okay. So I am going to put powder under my eyes. I'm going to just use the Fenty Beauty Lavender. The reason why I do this is to catch out any fallout for people who don't know. Because eyeshadows are pigmented. It's basically just... Basically, how do I put this? I'm just lightly putting this on. Basically, fallout is the pigment of an eyeshadow. Sometimes when they make the formula, it doesn't necessarily stick together like an eyeshadow should, and it has fallout. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but sometimes it's not a good thing either. So I am adding powder below my cheeks. Whenever I wear cream blushes, like, it just doesn't blend right. It's weird. Putting it in the center of my head, down my nose, even though I just said it. Set it and forget it. If you saw how much powder just came out of that, looks like a dragon, like blowing out fire. It's just powder. Anyway, so sometimes when they make the formula for an eyeshadow, there's fallout. It's not necessarily a bad thing or a good thing. It's just your personal preference. Like, if you already have your face done and there's fallout and you don't have powder underneath, that's not good. But, like, for some people, it just doesn't matter. It all depends on what you like. Okay, so for this, let me see what it goes. Bubblegum pink, black, and forest green. For my original idea, I was going to do black in the crease, forest green in the outer corner, and then bubblegum pink. But I have something else in mind that I am going to do, and this is where the creative part comes in. So, yeah. I have to get some stuff ready. Like, I have a bunch of forest green stuff. So I have, like, this. This is a green lipstick. This is Emerald City from Wet n Wild. And that's a foresty green. Like, are they talking about dark green? I have dark green. This is what it looks like. Oh, it looks more blue, but it's actually green. And then if you want like a true, like a foresty kind of green, I do have this one from the BH Cosmetics Sylvia Gandhi palette. It's hazel, which I used in my army eye tutorial. It's that really pretty army green. That could be a forest green. So there's not really a thing. I may just use both. I don't know. We'll see. But the first thing I want to do is I need my jumbo eye pencil, wherever it is. Okay, I know I have it in here somewhere. Oh, my light just went out. There we go. Okay. Alright, so this is from NYX, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to sketch out a crease, and I'm going to kind of have it winged out and kind of like in a shape. Yeah, because when I think of it, when I looked at the description, it said like very bubbly, like a bubbly pink. Another thing it mentioned was also being responsible and stable. So I kind of want to have like a sharp shape for my eye. Kind of like being the stable and the responsible side, and then doing the bubbly pink. outlining that shape in black and doing the forest green as like bubbles, as like dots to represent bubbles. And then I may add like the lighter green within the darker green. So I may use this first and then do the hazel in the middle. You understand what I'm saying. Once I start doing it, which, you know, I'm just going to go ahead and start. So I'm going to take my eyelid. Now everybody's eyes are different. My eyes are very big, but I also have a lazy eye. And so, oh, my nose is itching. I'm with the spot from my foundation. Oh, well, that's wonderful. Okay, anyway, so what I'm going to do is, if you have shorter lashes, this may be a little bit more difficult for you, but I'm going to hold down my lashes like this and look at my eye, because I can't do the one eye thing. I can't do it. I don't know how people do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of sketch out where my eye is and do like a wing. So what I'm going to do, I'm starting out with the wing and then taking that and putting it towards the inner corner. So like that. Well, kind of. I gotta fix it a little bit. But kind of like, you see what I'm saying? Like the sharp look. And from there, and what's good about this is you could just wipe it away if you don't like how it looks. So I'm going to do the same thing to this eye. I'm going to start off with a wing. And then take that. And if you need to go along your crease, you can. It's just easier for me to do this. I don't know why this isn't working with me right now. But basically what I'm doing pretty much drawing a wing and then just following a little bit beyond my crease and going into the inner corner. Just kind of having a sketch out. So like that. Okay. That looks pretty good actually. So I'm happy with mine. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but it is what it is. So next, I am going to be taking some liner. Not that one. This one. Okay, here we go. That's my fancy one. So I'm going to be taking this liner. This is from Wet n Wild. This is their felt tip. I'm sorry. Pro Line Felt Tip Eyeliner in 875B black. Duh. And what I'm going to do is follow that line of what I just sketched out and draw in that shape. So all I am doing is following what I have drawn out. Do the wing. Ooh, this one's a lot harder. Following that line and bringing that out to like that. Don't worry about the white. It's still going to be there. It's okay. And I'm going to do the same thing on this eye. Weave. Oops. Weave. Oh, man. Okay, that one skipped on me, but... Okay, I'm just neatening up the lines. If yours are already neat, congrats. You're doing a lot better than I am. Okay. I'm just looking in the mirror to make sure it looks kind of even. It doesn't have to be perfect. Again, I have a lazy eye, so it's never going to be perfect. Okay, put that away. Now, if you're worried about the white, don't worry about it. That's getting ready to disappear. What I am going to do... that'll still work. So, I'm going to take an angle brush, like this, that has like the slant to it. I don't know why this won't focus. But that's what it looks like. And I'm going to take a black eyeshadow. I am taking Unapologetic from the Sylvia Gani palette. So I'm taking this one. It's black. And all I'm going to do is take that on the brush. And I'm going to kind of like smudge it out. I'm going to go over where that black is. And kind of like smoke it out. So like doing a smoky eye. If you don't know how to do that, basically you take liner and just smudge it with eyeshadow. That's all you're doing. It's pretty simple. And because the white base is there, it's kind of tacky. So if you're having a hard time getting it to stick, one of the ways you can fix that is just wiping off your brush, and it'll get rid of all of the white base on it. So then that way when you use it again, it's just black. It's not like any kind of cream, it's just the powder. Like, I'll show you. So you can see how I have the black, and I'm patting it on. Don't worry, you will make a mess. I'm just stippling it on. Because once you get past that sticky base, you're home free. I'm going to do the same thing on this eye. Doesn't matter that it's not perfect. On this side I'm going a little faster because I have played around with doing looks like this before. I've never done one on camera, but I have played off camera. Okay, that looks actually really good. The first time that I tried this, it didn't look that great, and then I got the gist of it, and it was fine. So what I'm going to do now is thicken out the outer part of this shape, the teardrop shape, and I'm gonna kind of, well, I already said thicken it. What I'm trying to do is basically go from thin to thick, and in order to do that, you just add a little layer over top of the outer edge. Like, boop. So it kind of has the effect, like, it's kind of like a winged eyeliner where you have it thin and then thicker on the outside. that's what I was going for. It's kind of like a winged eyeliner. I mean, if you wanted to be really sarcastic, you could say this is like a cut crease because it's like cut along your crease. Anyway. Now. Next, I'm going to take an even smaller lip brush. So, which one is this one? I've never seen that one. Maybe I have and I'm just going crazy. Anyway, I'm taking the even thinner one and I'm going to go above where I have that black and go across like so, very ever so lightly. And smoke it. Blend. So I'm going right above where I have the black. I'm going very lightly. Smoking it. Like that. Okay. Cool. Perfect. Then I'm taking a fluffy brush, like this. I am going to just take it with no extra product, no nothing on it, like there's nothing on this. See? Nada. And I'm going to take this and blend out that edge above my eyebrow. Same thing on the other side. Actually, to help me, even though this is kind of cheating, I am going to take Wolf, which is a nude shade, and I'm going to blend that out using that. I've come to realize that some of these zodiac signs I will have to cheat on a little and use like a nude shade or a blending shade. I mean, I will still have the colors in them, but I mean, like, if you have 3 colors with no white or no black, and you have to do a look with just those colors, it's very hard to do without a blend shade, you know? Okay, so that's the look I was going for. That's all we need. Actually, just leave that out. Okay, now, baby pink. So I am using the Take Me Back to Brazil palette, and literally the first shade, well, the first or second shade is like bubblegum pink. Look at these 2 shades. So one looks like a baby pink, one looks like bubblegum pink. So I'm just gonna mix the 2. And I don't think I have a different shade that I could use as a bubblegum pink. Oh, I do. Well, what's the difference? Oh well, I'm not using blush, by the way. I did say one of my rules, if I get like bubblegum pink or baby pink, I was not going to use blush because that's cheating. That is wrong, even though I've already kind of cheated. Yeah, we won't need to talk about that. Anyway, so I am going to take this blender brush here. It's like a tapered blending brush. And I'm going to mixed. I just hit myself in the face. Wow. Okay, anyway, I'm going to mix. I'm messing up big time. These 2 shades here. They don't have names. That's sad. And what I'm going to do is mix the 2. There you go. here. And I'm going to put this on my eyes, on my eyelid, and where we had the shape cut out. Oh, man. Well, actually, I'm going in with the darker pink. I think that light pink is just too light. And it's taking away the pink. Oh, I don't need that on me. How much battery do I have? Oh, 47%. Okay, we're good. I'm just gonna use my finger because it just works better with the finger. And mix those two shades instead. Oh, much better. Oh, look at that. So much better. Even though I hate this color with passion. This color does not look good on me. In case you couldn't tell. Going in with that darker pink, I'm just gonna... At least these eyeshadows, I can say, do feel pretty soft. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright, we got the eyes covered. Boom! Look at this outer edge. Even if you go into the black, you can't tell because it's black. Huh. Okay. Now, I did want to use this, but actually, I don't have any other kind of brush to fix this with. I do have this one, which is usually my scraper brush. Let me see if that works. That might work. Because it's so scratchy, it digs up the pigment. Oh, hey, that actually works. I didn't think that was actually going to work. Huh. Interesting. Okay. That worked a lot better than what I thought it was going to. Great. Okay. Now, oh man. I am going to be going back in with the black and kind of neatening up this edge where the pink was, where it kind of bled into the black, even though you can't really tell, but sometimes you can. And I'm going to blend that out and even add more black above. Kind of had that fade. Then going into Wolf, which is the blending shade, and blending out that black just a little. There we go. Woohoo! This actually is turning out a lot better than what I was expecting. Now, for the green, the forest green part, I'm taking a liner brush, and this is the Ulta Beauty pointed liner brush. It is clean. It's just slightly stained. Don't worry about it. It's okay. I just noticed something. It's that my eyes are a little uneven. Even though I can't fix it that much, you know, my eyes are just unnaturally uneven, I do have a chance to kind of mimic There we go. Okay, that's a little better. This look, man, I put a lot of thought into it. Just need to find a place for that to go. Okay, so anyway, taking the pointed liner brush or a thin brush like this. It's thinner in person than it's showing up on camera, but it's actually super thin. And I'm going to take this liquid lipstick Emerald City. So I guess it would technically be emerald green. But in order for me to use hazel, I would need something sticky. And so this is it. I'm putting this on my hand. And I only have a little bit. And I'm taking my pointed liner and loading it up with the green. Like so. And I'm just gonna put little dots on there. Or lines. Whatevs. Just something. Oh, ow. Poke myself in the eye. Don't do that. And okay, sorry, thought I heard something. Wiping off my brush. And now I'm going in with Hazel from the BH Cosmetics palette, that green. And I'm going to go over top where I had the green lipstick. And I'm really loading that on my brush. Like, you can't tell, but I'm going over those spots. Where okay. Okay. Now, y'all are probably thinking, like, what is that? They're just ugly dots. Wrong. What I am going to do is take eyeliner and do lip grip. And I'm going to use black first, and then kind of like a highlight to that, I'm going to take white because white is one of the colors that I can use. And for some reason my light keeps cutting off. Okay, stay on. I just realized that was off. So I am taking, not that one, I mean my Wet n Wild one. There we go. My Wet n Wild thing, eyeliner, whatever. That's still wet. But anyway, I am taking my fingers, closing my lids, and doing like half circles around it. Leaving like a little bit of space. So, show you with this big one. So what I'm going to do is take this, go around like that, do a dot, and basically try to go around it, kind of like an odd little shape. And that's what I'm doing for all these little blobs that I had. Now, if you don't have a liquid liner, or if your liquid liner tip is just being a brat, my best suggestion is to take the pointed liner brush and put it in your gel liner or whatever and use that. Or you can take a pointed liner brush and use liquid lipstick. A black liquid lipstick I would recommend is Jeffree Star's Weirdo. But if you, for some reason, don't have that, get it. But another one is Wet n Wild's black. I believe they still have it. And you can use that instead. But as you can tell, they're little lipper prints. I figured, you know, everybody has a little bit of a spunky side. And it also was on the site that, you know, you could use dark maroon if you're feeling spunky. Like if you're a Taurus instead of doing bubbly pink. But I figure one of the main colors that I saw was bubble pink, or bubblegum pink, so I used that, and then I used leopard print because just a little bit of spunk. And because it's cool and wicked, and you know, why not? So I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Razor Sharp Longwear Liquid Eyeliner in Bump. But it's basically white. It's the white one. Like, there's not a lot else you can do. It's white. What are you supposed to do? It's white. If you don't have a white, you don't have to use white. I'm doing white because this is a little dark. Just a little. And what I'm going to do, it's not too much, you know. I'm going to take it and kind of like that on some of them. Just do like a thin little thing, a thin little line or a dot. You can also add that as part of the pattern or put it over the black. Just to bring it out a little so you can tell the difference between this one and this one. you can't really tell the difference between the black and the green. Which is sad. Because it's actually pretty green, a pretty green. Just a little bit more. Just for the pigment of it. Obviously, I'm not going to show you everything, but that's what that is. That's it. That's it. Now, for under my eyes, I am going to not go too crazy, and my idea is to use the black and then smoke it out like I did with the top, but not too harsh. So I am taking this under my eyes, making it more of a gray, kind of just lightly. Brushing it under my eyes. Like so. And I'm not going to be adding eyeliner to the waterline this time because what I want is that pink, my natural pink waterline to show through because it does have bubblegum pink. Again, I don't like the color, but you know what? It is what it is. Whatever. I've just learned to deal with it. Where did I put my colors? And that is it for eyes. I know this tutorial is really long, but it's very detailed, very tedious. I've also practiced, so, you know, at any time if you feel like, oh my god, this is so hard, you can stop and look. I'm just going to take this brush that had wolf on it, kind of go over the edges one last time, and that's it. Okay, cool. Okay, put everything away. Alright. Woo! I'm excited. Okay, so now I am taking a fluffy brush and brushing away the fallout. There's just a tiny bit. You can see the specks. But I am brushing away the fallout. I'm actually, just so we're clear, I'm just going to brush my face. Just making sure everything's clear. I think I waited this too long. Man. I think I had the bake on for too long, and it's kind of caking up on me, especially around my mouth. You can see. You see right up in here. Man. And this side's just disappearing. Okay, well, to fix that, I'm taking my Bare Minerals powder. It's a powder foundation. And I'm just going to put it on my finger. Oh, it's super soft. And put that over top. I don't know why that's happening. Everywhere else on my face it looks fine, but right up in here, it's terrible. I don't understand it. Anyway, for brows, which one haven't I used in a while? I haven't used some of these in a while. What do I want to use? What do I want to use? You know what? I'm going to use my Anastasia brow definer. I haven't used this in a while. So, I'm just going to use that. Really brush that in. Ooh, girl, you got brows today. Okay. Gonna take the spoolie and blend that out because, honey, you don't need that in your life. You don't need all of that. Okay, well, I guess that's the look we're going for brows today. Okay, we're going bold. You know, we're just gonna go crazy. Okay. Alright, so I already have blush on, as you can tell. So, for my bronzer, I am going to take my Pure Cosmetics Bronzing Act Matte Bronzer in the shade Light. Making sure I don't die. As far as battery, not in real life. I am taking my Wet n Wild brush that is nice and clean. It has pink on it. Not a fan of that, but the brush itself is actually really good. It smells so good. I'm going to put this on and really bronze off my face. I'm actually going to look in here. And really bronze it up. Because, you know, we are doing a very sharp, daring look. And because, for some reason, this foundation is just terrible for me. But I have no choice but to use it. Okay, next I'm taking my Benefit Hoola Light. That smells really good. And I'm going in with that. My hair's falling out of style. Which, you know, I'm feeling pretty good today. So I'm going to bronze under my chin today. I'm really defining my double chin wear. And it looks kind of weird because it's kind of underneath my neck, or my chin here. I'm just going to take a different brush. This is just a Japanese brush. blending that. Okay. I did have my highlighters. There they are. Okay, so for highlight, I'm using Glazed Donut from Ofra and Star Island, which are my go-tos on the daily. And I'm using the Morphe M438 brush, which is this brush. And I'm going to soak that onto the brush. I mean, that's a lot of highlight. And put it all over my face. Just kidding, just on my cheekbones. That's not quite giving me what I want right now. I'm going to take my Clinique high shader brush, which is what I normally use for my highlighters. I've just been trying out the Morphe one. And it's good. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes with some looks, you just need an extra little pizzazz. And honey, this is it. I'm just really digging in because I'm almost out of this. And another thing I noticed with this foundation is like it's like breaking apart. It's separating on my skin and I don't know what to do. I don't know why my skin's acting like this. Like, it's never done this with any foundation before. And I just want to know what makes this so different. I don't know. Okay, I'm going in with Star Island now. And that might make it better, but just gonna add this to the highlights of my face. So the chin, Cupid's bow, nose, and a nose. And I am gonna actually add this to my inner corner. That actually brought up my eyes. Oh, got this all over my work pants. And actually, just for giggles, I am going to take 6 Plus, spray my brush, and then put highlighter on my face. Just for giggles. Why not? And I'm going back in with Glazed Donut for this. I have to put this on the inner corner too. Boop. Boop, boop. Okay, okay. And now, we're almost done. For lips, I'm using Wet n Wild's Widow's Peak. This is from their Halloween collection a couple years ago. It's basically black. And I'm going to put this on. This looks weird. Woo! Girl, you got some big lips. Might as well go bold. Why not? Finally, for setting spray, I'm using the Dewy Finish NYX setting spray. Oh, I forgot to add mascara. Bad Gal Bang mascara. Always a fave. I keep getting my hair in my face. Okay, so I am going to curl my lashes. Normally this would be the opposite way, but I'm in a little bit of a hurry right now, so. Ouch. I just hit my inner corner. That hurt. Okay, setting my face. NYX Dewy Setting Mist. Okay, and then onto natural light. Okay, here we are. I do have a little bit of a cast, but that's the look, and you can see close up, there's a leopard print, cheetah print, whatever kind of print you want to call it. So, let's see if I can, oh boy, see if I can hold it. But, yeah, it has a little bit of spunk to it, you know. It's just cool like that. So, that's it. Things should be rolling soon. I will have more reviews up and stuff. Hopefully by then. So, you guys have an awesome day, and I will see you next time.